I'm Adam. Stan. This is Stan. Together we are Adam and Stan, and this is our YouTube channel. For those of you that don't know, I would like to complete a 100-mile race. This YouTube channel is my progress towards that. It's also about our hikes and our walks and our runs and our day-to-day life, really. We do everything together, so I thought I'd put it on YouTube for people to see. Okay? And this? Come on then. Come on then. Down you go. Down you go. Good boy. Yeah, so continue watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is me and Stan. Today we've got a pretty cool video for you. The first half of the video is going to be me and Polly in a local park going through some sort of tricks with Stan. We're going to put him into an environment where there's a lot of distractions, just to reinforce, you know, getting his attention back on us rather than things that are more interesting than us, like squirrels, birds, cats, children, footballs, etc. I've had a few people asking me about this. I'm not a dog trainer, obviously, but you know, people seeing mine and Stan's relationship have asked me a lot of questions on that. So if you'd like to know any more, or you'd like to see other videos about sort of how me and Stan operate when we're out, let me know and I can do a dedicated video to that maybe. If you're not interested in that, skip through that bit. Second half of the video I'm going to talk about my first ultra. Not just my first ultra, but really my first race since I've been taking this seriously. I've done the Great North Run 3 times, but that was sort of three years ago. And now that I'm taking it seriously, I'm going to start looking at, you know, training properly, recovering properly, eating properly. So if you want to hear a bit more about that, and you don't really care about watching me and Stan and Polly do some stuff in the park, then you can just skip forward and I won't be offended. Whatever you decide to do, thanks for watching. Really appreciate you coming on the channel. And if you haven't already, maybe you're new here, subscribe and click the little bell and all that jazz and whatever it is that YouTube people say. Cool. See you soon.
You got some poo on your bum, mate.
Oh. What's the matter, son? What's the matter? Come on then. Come on then, let's go. Come on then, Stan. Come on then.
Oh, you gotta get it off him.
Come on.
Stay there then, son.
Oh, the poor lad, he's got a big bit of poo sticking out his bum, proper turtle head. He can't get it off.
You're an idiot.
This is what we do. Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
What they've done to you? Ah, it's not even that bad. There we go. Is that better? Go on then. Oh, much better. What did you do for them, eh? Much better. Look at them. While we're here, we're going to do a bit of training with Stan because recently he's just been a bit rebellious.
Just not listening.
Yeah, he just doesn't listen, and it's not that he needs retraining because he definitely knows all the commands that we ask of him. I think he's just getting a bit teenage-like. He's getting a bit too big for his boots, and there's always something a bit more interesting. So I've brought him here with some treats. And there's a lot of distractions. There's children playing, there's other dogs, there's squirrels, there's cats, there's birds. There's lots of distractions. And so we brought him here so that we can just try and train him to be a bit more responsive to us when there's other things going on. So we're going to do some little tricks, just, you know, sit, stay, lie down, paw, that sort of stuff, just to get his attention, give him some treats. So we'll show you some of that. What Polly's doing now is a range of simple tricks that we do in the house quite regularly with Stan, and he does respond to them well in the house. But what we're doing by bringing it outside is putting that element of distraction in there. So the reason we're doing these tricks here is just to make us focus a bit better. so that when we do come to the lakes and things like that, where there's sheep, where there's cows, where there's other livestock, where we need his attention on us, these sorts of skills are going to practice that.
Lay down. Sit. Lay down. Roll over. Good boy. Sit. 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 Good boy. Nicely now. Nicely. Good boy.
Don't get us wrong, he's not ready for crufts, but just these basic little tricks means we can walk off lead with him and we feel a lot more comfortable knowing that we're able to get his attention. And last but not least, I'm going to go through my plans for my first ultra. That's right, I've signed up for my first ultra. The one that I was signed up for at the start of lockdown, which got cancelled, is now back on in the middle of October. That means I've only got 6 weeks to prepare. Not even the middle, it's at the start of October. I've got about 6 weeks to prepare, so I'm going to try and put together a plan for that. Plan isn't really necessarily about me doing really well in the race. It's about consistency leading up to it and completing the race. It will be the furthest distance I've run. That's a 55k, so still in terms of ultras it's quite, you know, not that long, but it's long for me. It'll be the longest I've done and I'm looking forward to it.
How many miles
Stay
is
tuned. 34 miles.
34 miles.
55k, around about 34 miles.
What's the furthest you've run?
Furthest I've run is 30 miles, and that was, yeah, it was painful to say the least. I didn't know what I was doing in terms of fueling myself during the run. It wasn't a race, it was just a run, so I was like self-supported. The last mile, because we live at the top of a very steep hill, the last mile was a very steep hill, so I had to ring Polly and say, can you come and be me pacer? And she did, and we got it done. It was exactly 30 miles to the door, and I was very pleased with that.
I was very pleased that I did that 1 mile. It was a very hard mile, that was.
Yeah, so I'm excited to start the training, and we'll, like I say, we'll chat about that later on tonight. See you soon. Back at the house now. Now that we've painted the kitchen, we've actually got a white background so I can record videos in the house now. Before, I just didn't have anywhere to do it. Probably won't go as far as nailing me race t-shirts and medals on the back of the wall. I don't think Polly will be pleased with that. And also, I don't really have any. I've done 3 Great North runs. I've got 3 medals, I've got 2 t-shirts, and that's it in terms of races. Until now, well, until the 3rd of October, which is when I'm going to be doing my ultra. Like I said, 34-mile race coming up in less than 6 weeks, so it is time that I start training. I reached out to another local ultra runner that I know from CrossFit, Matthew Gibbard. He's going to be doing the race as well. He, unlike me though, he's planning on doing very well in the race, and I believe he could do. I know he's a good runner. But he was really nice. He's offered me this book of his to read through. He says it was instrumental in his sort of training when he was first starting out in ultra running. It's a really useful book. It covers things like nutrition and hydration advice. It has training plans. It has tips and advice, do's and don'ts for before, during and after the race. So a lot of the, 6 weeks up to the race is going to be spent reading through this very carefully and taking it all in. As well as this, obviously I'm going to be doing more running. There is going to be an increase in the long runs and the weekends, get everybody used to it. And it's going to be more consistent during the week, like I mentioned earlier on. It's important for me to increase that consistency and have a solid plan in place for what I'm doing at least each week. So what I'm going to do each week on probably the Monday, because Monday will be rest day after, you know, Sunday long run day. On the Monday night, I'm going to post my week of training on my Instagram or somewhere else. And then if anybody wants to join along, I'll put the times, the places and things as well. So if anybody wants to come along, you can just give me a text and join in. Cool. So that's it. Like, I don't really have a plan. I'm going to work that out, you know, how many miles per day, things like that. I'm going to put something into place and I'll post that weekly, and then you guys can join in if you like. All right. And if anyone's got any questions, any advice, any tips, any comments, and you want to know more, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. Now that races are starting up again, woohoo! That means I can, you know, continue this journey, training up, building up towards 100 miles. So I'm looking forward to doing it. I'm looking forward to you guys following along. Peace out. Catch you soon.